Hey guys, my name is Confident. Welcome to the 24-minute lesson excerpt where I will be sharing with you some ideas, some methods, some strategies or concepts that you can incorporate as you prepare for your final exams, be it you're studying for your mathematics N1, your N2 or your N3. Now, if these videos are handy and you are benefiting from them, you can actually press the like button, or if you've got some ideas, you can leave some comments below. If you also like to be notified of extra videos every time we post them, you can subscribe to our channel and then you'll get some notification every time there are new videos. And also, if you are interested in some of our resources, be it textbooks and some videos, you can check this at the end of this video. We will send you some information. Now let's check this concept out. Mensuration of plane shapes is one of the topics that in an exam can help you get quite a number of marks, because these questions are much more simpler because it is usually the formula that you must just use. Sometimes the formulas are given, but sometimes you have to remember the formula, or it can be a question which has got some mixed kind of a shape which you can use, and if you analyze that particular question correctly, it can give you quite good marks in an exam. Like, for example, this kind of a question can be worth 6 marks in an exam, and it is not difficult but a matter of you being able to analyze it and find the total area. For example, it says calculate the area. In this case, calculate the area of the following figure, and then it gives you a hint to say the top is a semicircle. So you see they are even giving you a hint. So now you can see that you have got two different types of shapes. You have the top part. If I can maybe do this for you to say you have this top part of the circle. You can see that's what you have there. So, and the top part is a semicircle, and it is important for you to know what is a semicircle. And since we are dealing with area, you need to know what is the area of a semicircle. Not the area of a semicircle per se, but the area of a circle. It is important for you to do that. So if I can just go above again there, because it's, so you can see that this is what you are having there is the top shape. So this, as they say, it is a semicircle. Semicircle. And then what about the shape below? If you still remember, if I can mark it maybe with a different marker, this particular shape, if you still remember, now you need to maybe grab hold again of our videos where we are teaching the area of shapes or mensuration. There is a video that covers quite a lot of work in this area of mensuration of plane shapes, so it will easily help you get solution to this. So okay, I've got this shape of mine. You can see that it is divided into two. Now if you can recall, or if you have followed up, or you know already, this is what we call a cone. So this is the shape of a cone. So now what you need to do is for you then to be able to know the formula of a semicircle and the formula of a cone. Now, how do you remember the formula of a semicircle? First thing, you go to at the back of your question paper, there are formulas, and there you are going to identify the area of a circle. Now the area of a circle, in this case, I'll write circle down there. The area, it is pi r squared. So where r is the radius in this case. Now, which means the area of a semicircle. So therefore, area of semicircle. What you need to know is that a semicircle is equal to half of a circle. So it will be half, or you can actually divide the area of the circle, which is pi r squared. You divide it by 2. Now the next part, you can see that this formula involves the radius. So your part now is to say, what is the radius of this particular circle. Now if I can use again my markers, if I am given, for example, if I mark this as the center, and with that being the center, if I can have a line from there to the center and another line with a different color from there to there. So you can see I've got two lines. The first line starts from this point to that point, which is the center. The second line starts from that point to that point. Now these two lines, we call them the radius. From the center to the other point, this is the radius. And again, this is the radius. Now if there are two of them, remember radius and radius, they give you a diameter. A diameter is the whole distance from the end to the other end. Now the interesting thing with what you call a circle is that a circle from the center, if you can draw, maybe if I can do this and draw a circle, and you pardon my circle, if I can draw a circle from the center, this distance and that distance and that distance, all the distances, as long as these distances are from the center, they are all equal because they are coming from the center. So if this is the radius, that will be the radius, that will be the radius. So all these distances are equal because they are coming from the center, and the center there is the center of a circle. Therefore it means the distance from this point to that point, in this case also, is my radius. So you can see that I have actually been given that distance. It is 40 millimeters. So which means R as the radius is 40 millimeters. Already this is good information, and it can allow me to calculate now the area of the top part, which is the area of the semicircle. So now I can calculate and say area of semicircle, SM, but you don't need to actually say semicircle. You can just say area is equal to pi r squared over 2. That's the formula they expect from you. And then you say pi times, now your r, you can see that it is 40 squared, and then you divide that by 2. You can actually use your calculator straight away to simplify that part, whereby you are saying it's shift, you press your pi times 40 squared, and then play down, you divide by 2. It is 800 pi. You can leave your answer like that for now, which is 800 pi. I'm leaving it like that because it is not yet complete. I need to find the area of the other part. Remember, this is made up of two parts. Now if I can just have this like this as my first part. Now the second part to do is to find the area of the cone. Now the area of the cone, it is interesting in the sense you might not be given this area in your exam paper, but what you need to do as a way to find the area of the cone now is for you to identify, if I can mark it, this particular length. As you can see, I have got that length. We'll call it the length of the cone as L. Now what is interesting is they gave you again this distance, which is the height of the cone. I can mark this, and they gave you that distance, and if you can see properly, it is this distance, 12 meters. So they are saying from the top to the bottom, this is 12 meters. So now if you still remember the Pythagoras theorem or the Theorem of Pythagoras, if I can have a shape like this and like that, my aim is for just to show you this is a sketch. So this is your 90 degrees. So that is the L, as I said, the length, and this is the 12. And now remember the radius, you did get the radius. You said after calculating the radius was 40. Now your aim is to find this particular L, and you have to use, in this case, the theorem of Pythagoras for you to be able to find that. So you are going to say L squared is equal to 12 squared plus 40 squared. Now if you say L squared, you can then simplify that, which is going to simplify to 40 squared plus 12 squared, and it is 1744. So that's what you are having. Now this is for you then to say, how do I find my L? So your L, you have to square root both sides. So if you square root 1744, you are going then to say square root of 1744 is giving you 4 root 109. Let's leave it like that, as 4 root 109. I'm trying to avoid rounding it off at this stage so that I can just leave it like that, and I will round my final answer. So when I've done that, I know my L. So what is the area now of a cone? So area of cone, remember this one, you can use it next time for your exam, because they do not provide you this area. So they just provide you the volume of a cone, they don't provide you the area of a cone. Now the area of a cone, in this case, it is pi r L, where L is the one that we just calculated as the length, which will be equal to pi times, now what is the radius again? The radius is 40 times, what is your L? You said it was 4 root 109 in this case, and if you simplify that, you are then going to get, which is shift pi times 40 times 4 root 109, and then that becomes 5247.870. 5247, that's the important one, comma 870. Now this is the final answer. It just went straight, it didn't give me the pi version for that. So it's 8247.87. that is the area of the cone. Now I need to pull all this together. Remember, I've got the first area of the top part and the area of the bottom part. So now I need then to say total area. Now the total area, I have to add my 800 pi plus, in this case, my 5247.870, and my final answer, when I add that, will be 800 pi, don't forget this has a pi, plus 5247.870. It becomes the final answer in this case. It becomes 7761.144. So it's 7761.144. Now you need to put the final answer with the units, because if you don't put the units, they're going to penalize you. Remember, we were dealing with millimeters, so your answer for area is always square, so it will be millimeter square. You can actually be ensuring that you put your millimeter square in those as you are working there, so that your final answer, you don't forget that it has to has the units of millimeter square. So this is how you can approach a question that involves a cone, and then it is like an ice cream. If you can see that, this is like an ice cream of some sort. So such a question and the strategy that I showed you below can actually come handy in your exam. I hope the video that you just watched was of benefit to you, and as I said, if you benefited from the video, you can press the like button or you can leave us a comment below. And if you want to be notified of these videos, you can always subscribe to our channel. Now, if you want the full curriculum of this mathematics, if you're studying for mathematics N1, N2 or N3 and you want the test book as well as the videos, we have a full curriculum of the mathematics N1, N2, N3 as well as the accompanying videos. We also have videos of the previous question papers, the latest papers that were written in video form. These question papers can assist you as you prepare for your exams. We also have PDF version of the previous question papers that were written since 2014 until now, and if you want them, you can check all the information from our website, and trust me, these will become very handy to you. We sell them at a very discounted prices, and it is worth the try. Thank you.